Right. This thing looks like a blast.
Yeah, so grab handle there to out himself in. Yeah, just however, you know.
Alright? Alright, great. It's like a fun vehicle to bomb around in.
This is not a bad machine to do some work in.
Yeah.
It's a bit OTT for what I want, but
Yeah.
pretty good. So yeah, the approach is 2,000 meters behind us. There's blocks of barrels every 500 meters that
Yeah.
you can fly over to get a central line, and then the last 500 meters, every 100 meters out, there's a flashing light which will strobe down,
Okay.
and then here there's 4 at the threshold, so you get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then these flash as you're approaching.
Okay, is there like a VASI, you know,
There's highlights down here.
Okay.
Well, they're set down
quite see that.
300 meters.
yeah.
Comms, Orange Van 2. Yeah, leaving Runway with 10 packs on board of it.
So this is just naturally like this.
This
huh?
is the natural
Just the
shape
way
of
it is. Yeah.
of the run of the ice.
Yeah.
We dress it to the best of our ability, but at the end of the day, it is kind of a natural glacier.
Yeah.
So there's 2 high intensity approach lights on here. One
Yeah.
is set at the nearest one to me is set at 2.9 degrees,
Yeah.
and one further away is set at 2.4 degrees. So you should have the 2 different angles.
2.9 and 2.4. The
2.9.
furthest one, 2.4. Okay.
Yeah, 2.9 and 2.4, and then this is the 300 meter mark.
I see.
So they're set at 300. This is the 300 meter mark down the runway, and it's from threshold to roll off. It's 3,000 meters.
Okay.
And from barrel east to west it's 80 meters, and we tend to dress the middle 25 if we have to, because of it becomes slippery.
So you want to be on the center line.
You want to be on the center line. Yeah.
So will you see it when you do that? You dress it. Will you see sort of a line?
You basically you will see a line, even if it's the chips have blown off. You'll see the difference between the ice that is wind blown,
Right.
and the ice that we have dressed. You will see the difference,
Yeah.
and hopefully, best conditions. You will see the blue strips either side of the ice, and white roughed up ice and snow in the centre.
Okay.
So the
Yeah.
white is the rougher, more grippier surface. The more
Right.
the blue is.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're coming in and you see the white line is what you want to be on.
Okay.
Okay, just the 2 of them.
And just have a look at this surface here and see
Yeah.
what.
Pretty grippy. Yeah.
Say it's got all the stuff that's in it. If we just come over to my side and get these off the line, the cool thing has got the track marks in from the teeth. If you look
Yeah.
there, and then this is kind of what the surface underneath, feels and looks like. It's I know it is slippy, but also it doesn't take much moisture to lubricate that. So
Yeah.
me just brushing the snow off has been enough to melt the snow and give that water that bit of lubricant to
Yeah.
make the difference. So it takes, it's quite a fine line. It really is between grippy and not so grippy.
Yeah.
And like all it does is take the wind to drop off, the sun to come out, and like within half an hour we've like gone from what was grippy to bloody hell, it's a bit it's a bit slippy, you know. But them's the the vagaries of landing on the ice, if you wish, which I say. But we'll try and make it as grippy as possible. But if we just wander over here,
Sure.
we'll show you what the more natural ice looks like.
Hope you don't mind me doing this. But for
No, absolutely.
The
not,
other
but
guys.
It's what's needed. You can't be expected to remember all that I'm babbling to you now. It's, yeah.
So this is just the natural glacier, huh?
Natural ice.
Wow.
You can see,
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot rougher.
Uh-huh.
You know, these are, you know, what we call the natural sun cups,
Right.
and it's just how the sun and the wind really takes it out, and you get these quite deep pockets.
Yeah.
You know, but so we dress that off and get it smooth
Yeah.
the best we can. But you're always going to have some sort of contours, because we're never going to get a piece of tarmac.
No, of course not.
a tarmac level piece of
So
ice.
this was cut, right, with like a laser
No,
thing? Or
no,
just
we just
over
scrape
and
away
over
at
again
it.
going-
We've got the snow blowers at the start of the season. They're 3 meters wide,
Yeah.
and then we have a high-speed plough blade. That's 5 meters,
Yeah.
and you know, just the steel blade on them is enough to, you know, get rid of a lot of them kind of rough sun cups.
Right.
And then we have another machine that puts the edge on the tiller and the mogul master, and they kind of, you know, can grade her out a bit better.
Yeah.
And you sort of get rid of some of the humps, well, most of the humps and bumps.
Yeah.
So it becomes more of a gentle contour.
So is there a part of the runway that's less undulating? When we touched down, it was kind of like, you know,
You felt
it bounced a little,
Yeah.
the nose a little bit. Is that pretty much the whole way, right?
that's probably how it's going to be. I think.
Yeah,
It depends
I
on the day
can't
how the
expect
pilot sees it, and you get good ones, you get good days and bad days. But
Right.
yeah, you went quite a long way. It was only about 2,500 meters when you turned around today.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing you should be pulled up by about the 1,500 meter mark.
Yeah. He's looking for a good place to make the turn.
Yeah, well,
Kind of
we'll
went
drive
down,
down and I'll show you where the turning places are.
Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, we kind of rate the friction or the grippiness of the runway. It's a bit of a homemade scale.
Yeah,
And
I
it's-
read that. Yeah, I liked
basically,
it. I thought it made
if we
sense.
can run, then try and stop. So 10 is when you're running, you try and skid, and basically you're going to get planted on your nose. You know, there's that much grip.
Yeah.
You know, you get flat on your face. And that kind of happens right at the start of the season when you've got maybe a good. Do you metric or imperial when it comes to measurements?
I'm
both.
imperial. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a good. If you've got a good ½ inch to an inch of snow, that's really hard snow. You try and stop on that, you'll stop and just, that's the 10, and then it goes down for the length of the running and be able to slide. Is if you can run and you've got a good long slide, that's the 7. A 6 is when you can no longer run on the ice. So you're standing on the ice and you try and run, but you can't. You just can't physically get a grip. But you can walk about and be comfortable and safe walking about on the ice. And then that goes down, I think, to 3 or 4. And then after that, you get to the stage of where you're walking with caution. You're like Bambi on ice. You know, you're feeling for everything. And like the lowest scale is when you basically you can't stand on the ice. You know, you're on all fours. You try and stand up, it's a no-go. It's like, you know, you can't stand up. You know, it's that slippy. So you know, that's how we rate it. And the captains, you know, after they've done a trip or two, they like it. They have a shuffle around themselves, and like, you know, we get to know, you know, if I say it's an 8, they think,
Yeah.
I know what an 8 feels like. Yeah, get you, and
Okay.
so on and so forth.
So that rating he showed me.
Yep.
Where is that posted in the?
It's it should be. It's in a document
Okay.
back in Punta Arenas,
Okay.
and I can definitely get it sent out because it'll be. It's on a. It's. I've sent. It's like a PDF file.
Okay.
I don't send it every time.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just verbal, like for contrast. You know,
Right.
especially when there's no snow. If
Yeah.
it was snow across the runway and everything like that, we then sort of break the runway down into 500-meter sections, east and west, and say, you know, in that section there's like, you know, 5 centimeter drifts. You go further down, there's 10 centimeter drifts, and it gives everybody an idea of length of time to clear the snow, really. But on the bottom of that document is the whole scale from 0 to 10. So
Okay.
I can forward that to Sue, and she can get it to you.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah,
Cool.
I can make a document, you know, out for today.
Yeah.
And I'll do that when I get back. I'll do the document as though it was a landing for today, and then and she can get it to you. So this is the first 1500 meter mark.
This
first
red
turning
mark
circle.
here.
So this is 100 meters from them barrels to the edge of that berm. So it's still 80 meters at barrels. But you've got another 20 meters beyond. So there's 100 meters by 100 meters here to turn around.
Okay. So that's halfway down the runway.
That's halfway, and then if you go.
I can see where the guys turn just past
that's
the
right.
red.
They've turned in the past here, but today, because there's no headwind, it's just very calm. Actually, I'm surprised they didn't land the opposite way. Actually, they just rolled it out. But I'm guessing I don't know whereabouts you were sat.
Some people do that.
Yeah. I've only seen it with them the once, but these Icelandic guys have been itching to try it, and I was thinking today was going to be the day. But whether they were giving you the approach of, you know, what's normal. That might have been the swing factor, but they've been itching to do the reverse landing. So if we're still at 80 meters here, and then if we go all the way down, we get to 2,500 meters, and then it widens out again.
Okay.
And if for whatever any problem occurs, and you know you were in thinking you weren't going to be able to take off again, direct you down here, and then as well as the wider turning area, this is where we would park you out the way, and then if there was an ocean coming or 757 some of the traffic, you're going to be down here and you'd be parked here. Now from this barrel, so it's 80 metres from the barrel to the barrel, and from the barrel to that berm there, that's another 80 metres. So basically it's like it's got 160 metres to turn around between the barrels. And then, let's say, if for whatever reason you were going to be staying here longer than we expected, we would direct you down here and park you over on that west side of the thing, so you're furthest away from any traffic. But conventionally, planes don't come down here. They're generally airborne by 2,000 metre mark on a calm day, and you know, whatever on a windy day. So especially depending on how heavy they are when they take off.
So the guys that came this way, the Russian guy, the Ukrainian guys, the Ilyushin.
No, it was the Americans, and they'd come from McMurdo, so they'd come from the Ross Seaside, so they'd come over the south, well, from the other side of the continent. And so basically their approach was over that glacier, and then they came and landed. It was a calm day. They landed and rolled out to the far end of the runway. We discharged cargo at the far end as we're doing today, and then it was still calm, so they basically took off in this direction and basically went out back through the glacier and back to McMurdo. You know, they just retraced the steps, and it's the only time that I've seen a takeoff and landing in that direction. But the Ukrainians in the Illusion have taken off. I think the 757 has before in the past. On a calm day, they've come to this end and taken off in that direction.
Okay. What kind of plane was that on McMurdo?
It was a C-130 Hercules. Yeah. Yeah, we had a science project, an American science project. They were based in our camp, but the the Americans were flying over their gear for that science project. So yeah, that was the delivery of whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah. But,
Have you ever seen somebody come in and circle? Say they don't quite get it right, they don't get set up right, and just come around for another try.
There was a private jet came in last year and did a go around.
Okay.
I'm not really sure of why, whether that was his personal choice or there was an actual technical reason for him doing that.
Right.
But he did a go around and then he landed.
Okay.
And I don't know honestly whether it was a personal thing to get photographs or it was a technical thing.
Yeah, sometimes.
But he'd also, I think they'd been in like you and had a
We
brief.
used to do, and flew in Africa, we would go and make a pass.
Yep.
Just to look for animals and stuff. on the runway.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
And then that was the standard way to do it.
Yeah.
And then just kind of get a
Well, we kind of do the like a foot check before you guys arrive. So we'll drive the length of the runway. And I'm parked at the far end, and or maybe about 2,500 meters from you actually, and we see what's going on. So we've got guys at the north end watching and doing. We've got me somewhere at this southern end, and then we all convene back at this end. And you can park wherever you like, but they generally line up on the threshold. So there's plenty of room to get around the aircraft and do stuff. Which side of the aircraft would you be discharging passengers and cargo?
Same
side,
just like this.
And
The guys told me that they like to come and turn to the left to make the circle, because it's harder over on that side, right?
Yep.
Is that so? Instead of turning like that, they came in and turned like that.
I guess it's all personal preference, but and your baggage will be at the tail on the port side.
Yep.
What type of aircraft is it? Sorry, is it Gulfstream?
It's a Gulfstream G650.
G650, right?
So there's been a couple.
Yes.
that have done it, right?
Yeah. So
Ted was one of the guys. We talked to him.
right.
To get a little briefing, and then Jonathan, another guy, we talked to.
Yep. So vehicle-wise, I'd probably park that blue van in a similar position, and I'll come across and meet you.
Yeah.
And then there's this vehicle. We generally reverse up to the back of the plane and put all the bags into the back of this, and then we take them away, and then we'll put them in whatever. We're gonna get the people back to wherever they're going, because some people come, they go straight into an aircraft and they fly to wherever. I don't know exactly what your
So some people didn't go back to Punta Arenas; they went further.
right.
Yeah, we were thinking of going a little further.
Right.
We don't want to have too much fuel because we want to get off the surface quickly.
Yep. yeah.
But we'll make that decision, I think, when we come in the first time. Get a feel for how much fuel we want to take.
Yep. So what dates are you thinking of?
January 7th is the day in, and I hear that's probably not the best time.
Yeah,
right?
well, that's the warmest. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So we got to be careful with it.
Yeah.
And I hear that it's better. Actually, it's better to come in at night. But we don't want to do that, right? Because it messes with the program here.
It is what it is. Sometimes we got to just get on and do night flights. It is what it is. The only thing that I would warn you of is when if you land at about 2 o'clock in the morning, the sun is right down the runway.
Right, just blazing up.
It's just blazing at you, so you're gonna have the sun right in your face. So if at 4 o'clock, it's still pretty cold, the sun is going to be kind of more over that direction.
Okay,
So
cool.
again, it's not just in your face. Right. That'd be
All
the
right,
only
2
thing I
o'clock,
would.
bed.
Yeah, so the midnight 2 o'clock off the top of my head. But again, we can watch out for that and get that time to you as it tracks around for your week. You know, that week before you arrive, so we're on the same page for that.
But it'll be, you know, cooler.
Definitely
from
cooler
what,
at
around
night.
11 p.m.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. As soon as it, you know, so if you get a night, the temperatures get cooler and
Yeah.
everything becomes that bit more grippy. So
Right. Maybe there's better, what do you call it? Better visibility, better depth perception with the sun lower. You get some shade. I don't know. I'll ask these guys.
yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what whether these guys have actually done a landing.
I got a lot more questions.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, anyway, this is cool.
But yeah,
So,
if you can get yourself back to this position, and
Yeah.
then, you know, I'm on a handheld VHF.
Yeah.
So when you shut down, you know, just say, you know, we can approach, and you know, we'll say,
Okay.
I'll pull up to there, and I'll come out and, you know, drop your steps, and we'll meet.
So when we're on 122.8,
Yeah.
we're talking to you.
No, you're going to talk to the
Oh.
guys back at camp. So
Oh.
all the way in, you're going to be talking to them,
But you're just listening.
and I'm just listening.
Okay.
And then if you say, you know, the Union Glacier Runway or Union Glacier, you know, Runway Ground, that's me in that van, rather
Okay.
than Union Glacier Comms. So the communications department giving you all, you know, doing the flight following.
Right.
You'll be talking to them on the way there, about 6 miles away,
Okay.
back at camp, and then I'm here. And then when you're ready to go, if you want to ask for an all clear, make sure there's no obstructions around your aircraft, just give me a holler, and
Okay.
we can give you the yes. And once I've done that, I'll just reverse back, and you're good
Great.
to go.
Okay.
Just leave it at discretion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. That's excellent info.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything to ask you, but
Well,
thank you.
we're you know, anything that you do think about, you've either got Sue in punter, or
Yeah.
you know,
I got her on WhatsApp.
and she can she'll definitely forward more questions and what have you. And I say I'll send Sue an email with that document, and she can forward it to you.
Okay.
She'll have your email contact.
Okay.
And, yeah. We're, I don't know what
I
else.
can jump out. So the passengers go down there. They're like a little.
Yeah,
little,
we've got a terminal building, that blue
Terminal
square one.
building.
It's like,
That's cool.
it's heated, it's out the wind, because again, if it's blowing 20-30 knots here,
Yeah.
and it's minus 20, it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
Even standing with your parka coats on, you know, it gets cool pretty fast, and so it just keeps people away.
Yeah.
It's somewhere to focus on, and you know, there's drinks and snacks and whatever
Right.
in there, and then the building next to it is toilets. So again, there's toilets and shelter here. So
Right.
we're pretty set up for, you know, again, there may be a delay with the aircraft, and
Right.
so we've just got to hold people, you know, get everybody here, and they say,
Right.
oh, whatever, we can't go for another 30 minutes. It's like, hold it. So it's like, we've got somewhere to put people. They're not just sat on the plane.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. So yeah.
All right. Okay, I guess I'll jump out, and I know you got work to do.
Well, this is my, you know, this is my,
Yeah,
you know, I
that's
cleared.
cool.
I'm one of the first guys here at the start of the season in October, and I set off and clear the runway. Me and another guy over there, Alan, and you know, that's our kind of what we do. And then we're probably the last two to leave in February.
Oh,
so
wow. Wow.
You know, we
That's cool.
pull out all the markers and wrap it all up, and then.
Now I understand why you got a
With a
long beard.
Oh, yeah, this is,
You're here in the coldest weather.
We'll see how long this lasts. It's
Okay.
probably not going to get much longer. It's like,
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Very much appreciate the